You see it? Oh, 11:24.
Grade, okay, stop, don't touch it. Don't talk by it either, because it gets really loud. Grady is 13 years old and 155 centimeters tall. His height at this age is about 90% of his final height. So, we're going to go to this. He is 155 centimeters probably, equals 90% of his final height. Can you find his final height? Find his final height. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so on my board here, well, you know what, we'll go to my board in a second. But first, I'm going to show you what we had here. So one student had this, and they took the 155 and they divided it by 90. So they took 155 and they divided it by 90. And I started drawing that here, and we had, so here's my number line, but I'm a block model guy, I love block models, so I went, if this is 90%, and that equals 155, I just gotta figure out that final bit here. So I take that, and if I were to cut that into 90 pieces, find out what 1% is, I can find out the whole percent. And when I do that, if I take 155 divided by 90, I get, what is it, 1.72, I think, and so you end up with 1.72 all told. So if it's 1.72, you just go 1.72 times 100, because I know 1% is 1.72, 1.72, so we've got 192 students. But then I noticed all three kids in the front row here, they did something different, which was equal to it. And this is what they did. Can't see, here we go. So they realized, if you look at my number line, well, that's 155 busted into 9 pieces, right? So if I bust that into 9 pieces, I just got to figure out what each of these 9 pieces is. And if I can figure out what that jump, what each jump is, I just got to add that jump. So they did the same thing, but just a little bit different. They just found out what 10% was. So they took the 155, they divided it by 9, like this, and they got 17.2. So they discovered one jump equals 17.2. So 9 jumps plus 1 more, like that, and they were able to get that 10 times 10% equals the 172. Now let's take a look at how the textbook does it. The textbook does it in a pure number line that is up and down. And you can see if he's 155 now, he's 172 when he is all finished growing. And how do they get this? Well, the doctors, they have formulas for figuring it out. Like I think on your 3rd birthday, you're supposed to double that. That should estimate your final height. Like the weather, it's not right 100% of the time. So here's a further breakdown and a different way to look at it. You can see they divided with 155 over 90 instead of the classic long division like we did, which means 155 cut into 90 pieces. Now personally, I like to always find the 1%, but in this case the 10% worked. So let's see, 70% of a number is 63. I'm going to run this really quick so we can get into our 15 minutes, because no lesson should be longer than 50 minutes. So 70% of a number is 63. Can someone have a calculator ready for me? If I take this 63 and cut it into 70 pieces, I need to find what 1% is. So if I have 63 cut into 70 pieces, what is 1%? 0.9. 0.9. Thank you, Jimmy John. That's 0.9. Well, if that's 0.9, if 1% equals 0.9, well, then to get 100%, I just got to go times 100. So I think that's 90, so I just have to move it over, the decimal over by 2. So 70% of the number is 63, then the number is 90. 175% of a number is 105. So let's see, 175 divided into 105. No, wait, I want to divide by 175. Someone with a calculator? Now, if I estimate it, if 175 of a number is 105, then I should probably get around, I don't know, 60 or so. What is it? 0.6. Okay, so 1% is 0.6. If 0.6 is 1%, how much is 100%? Look at that, my estimate was around 60. All right, we're going to cut the lesson here, but I urge you, go through these examples first. If you get them, great. If you don't, come hang out with me at the U-shaped table. I would love to break your brains on this. It's the best way to get better at the stuff.
17 minutes.
Oh.